Hello, my name is Greg Rohrbaugh with Lombard Instrument, and with the advent of the new Topcon NW 400 retinal camera, you can use it without a computer wirelessly by using either an iPad or a Android tablet. This tutorial is going to cover the iPad use only. Another tutorial will do the Android pads later. So the first thing you need to know to start up your iPad is to make sure that you're on the Lombard DVS Wi-Fi system. This system only uses a NAS drive, which means network attached storage, and a Wi-Fi router. And it's basically an ad hoc, which means that the iPad or the Android tablet is connected directly to your router via Wi-Fi. There are no other items attached to the network, just the iPad and the Wi-Fi router along with the network storage drive that stores all the images from the retinal camera. That will all be configured by us at Lombard Instrument. This is basically going to be a tutorial of just how to use the iPad, which can be shared between rooms. You can have 3 or 4 iPads going at once if you want one in each room, whatever you want. Some doctors share one iPad between 2 rooms. Some have an iPad in each room, depending on what you want to do. The first thing you need to do is that you need to know that you're on the correct Wi-Fi network. In order to be on the correct Wi-Fi network, what we want to do is we want to scroll over here. I will go slow to the settings menu in your iPad. Click settings. And you'll notice right now I'm on the D-Link where that blue check mark is. I'm on the D-Link router, which is attached to the internet. So a lot of people will use their iPad to go to the internet also, but you have to be on a Wi-Fi router that's connected to the internet. You also notice we have one down here called Lombard DVS. 1, 2, 3 down where it says choose a network. You'll see Lombard DVS. That's the one that you have to be on in order for all your images to come up on your iPad. So you got to make sure you're on this first, or else you won't see any images. So we're going to click Lombard DVS. And the iPad will switch and it will connect to the Wi-Fi router connected to the camera. And you can see right there it's switched now. The blue check mark is at Lombard DVS under the Wi-Fi section. Okay, so once you're on that, then we can switch back and scroll over to an app that we download for you for the iPad. It's called File Browser. It's very good. It's very well done. In fact, I hate to compare iPad with Android. I'm more of an Android person myself, but the people that did the file browser for the iPad did a very good job. I got to admit, I have yet to find as good a one for the Android systems. But this one's very good. So we click File Browser now. Okay, we click that. It's going to start up. And you can see that this is the main screen that comes up when you start it up. And you can see along the left side here, we have My Files, iTunes Sync, Photo Library, iCloud. Then you'll see something that says Topcon Retinal Camera, Touch to Connect. Okay, so we're going to touch that to connect it. Once you do this, as long as you don't switch out of the Lombard DVS Wi-Fi router, it'll stay connected all the time. But if you switch back to go to the internet to a different router, then you're going to have to click this Topcon Retinal Camera, Touch to Connect every time you do it. But once you connect to the Lombard DVS Wi-Fi system, as long as you stay connected to it, you won't have to do this but once. Touch to connect. It's going to connect. Now you'll see it says it's connected. The IP address, that's 192.168.0.4. That's the IP address of the network attached storage unit to the Wi-Fi router. And the username is Lombard. Now you're going to get 2 files up here on the right-hand side, Lombard and public. What we're going to do is we're going to click Lombard. And you're going to see that the files have come in that we've taken from the retinal camera. We've taken some external shots here to show you too, and we've named them from the camera. The camera does all the naming. You enter the patient information in on the camera screen, and then the camera automatically time, date, stamps it, marks it left and right, and numbers it for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the use of this software now for the file browser. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to full screen. If you look down at the bottom, wish I had a pointer, but there's no way to use a pointer on an iPad when you do a movie. So I'm going to try to do the best I can. I'll try to take it slow. If you start over on the left side down here at the bottom where the taskbar would be, you have favorites, scan, locations, which is what's highlighted now. That's what's blue. That's what's highlighted now. Bookmarks, config, and then three horizontal lines, a bookmark. That half circle to the right, that's going to become important later. That's refresh. Search, that's going to become important later. That's for searching for files. The up-down arrow with the little squares beside it, that's for sorting of files. That'll become important once you do it. You won't have to worry about it. Home you won't do. And this other one right here is the expand. What this does is it makes it full screen. So I'm going to click the very far one on the right that has that arrow going left to right catty corner. I'm going to click that and you'll see what that does. That takes the entire left side out and makes all of your full images for your screen. Now, the first thing I said that was going to become important is how you're going to sort these images. You always want the latest images that's taken every day to come up on top of this list. So to do that, you click the button that has the two little squares and the up and down. So we're going to click that button. That's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth icon from the bottom left. Click that and you'll see that comes up list. That's what you want. You always want to be on list and you want to be sort by date. This assures that the current date, the latest one, will automatically be at the top of the list. So you have all of today's images at the top of the list and anything from the day before and the day before that at the bottom of the list. And you're going to make sure that's in ascending order. Okay? So that's list, sort by date, ascending. So we'll just click anywhere and it'll take that away. So that's the first thing you have to do. Once it's done, you don't have to do it again unless you tap it by accident. Problems with pads are. But the problem with a pad is that, especially if you have big hands like I do, you tend to touch the edges and you tend to click these icons along the edges that they tend to put along the edges. And then you can goof things up and screw it all up and get it out of sequence. So that's the first thing we do. Try not to touch these icons unless you intentionally want to touch it. Try not to unintentionally touch it, in other words. All right, so now the next thing we want to do is, as these images are being taken, they may or may not come into the iPad automatically. And that's true even on a network system where it's wired. Sometimes they'll come in, sometimes they won't. That's what the third icon from the bottom does, that little half circle down here with the arrow on it. That's a refresh. You click that and it'll refresh the network and bring in all the latest images that were taken. So from time to time, click that. If you don't see the images on your pad and you know that the patient's in the exam room, just push that and it'll automatically refresh it and bring it up. Now, I'm going to assume that most of you guys know how to use an iPad or an Android tablet as far as tapping and zooming in. So we're going to just take a picture here. We're just going to take Bob Smith right here. We're going to click on him and it's going to come up like that. And you can see the entire file name will come up right over top of the image. Bob Smith, 2345. I'll explain that to you in a minute. The date and time it was taken, what was the left eye, and the number of the file name. You do it just like anything else. Once you see that name, if you know there's another one for him, you can just slide over and you'll see there's the other one for him right there and right there. And you can see it switching the number and the time. That's the left eye. You can see the L marked under color L016 JPEG. And this is the right eye marked color R015 JPEG. So we're going to, so you can show the patient by scrolling, by touching and moving left to right, scrolling. And you want to zoom in? Watch this. We can just pinch and zoom right in on the disc. Can move over to the macula area, zoom right in there, scroll back out. Now with the iPad, if you're zoomed in, you cannot switch to the other image. It will not let you scroll to the left or right to the other image. You have to be down to the normal size image and then it will let you scroll. I'm tapping in order to bring up, I'll let it time back out. Do it again. In order to scroll, you have to be down at the normal size to scroll left and right. Okay? You cannot be zoomed in to scroll left and right. You can go from here to the next image over like that if you want. I don't know what I've done there. I have done something. Oh, I started now. Next image right here. Okay, and here. Okay. All right, so this will take you to the right. Next image over, next image over. This will take you back, take you back, take you back. And you can see the 4 out of 7 at the bottom, the 3 out of 7. That's how many images I have total, 7. I'm on the second one. Okay, so there's Bob Smith's left eye, and there's Bob Smith's right eye. Okay, so we can go ahead and click Done when you're done showing the patient. You notice it went away. So what we do is we tap anywhere in the black area to get it back. And we're in the viewing mode. Click Done, and you'll go back to the main screen. Now from this main screen, like I said, you can click on, let's do Janet Jones down here. Click on Janet Jones. There's her information right there. And you can zoom in on the nerve head, zoom back out. When you're done, click Done. Go back to the main screen. Now how do you find a patient? Well, let's say you've done 2 Bob Smiths in the same day. When you put the patient information in on the camera, you have to enter the last name, then underscore, first name, underscore, and then an ID number. That ID number can come from your EMR program, or it can be the last 4 digits of a Social Security number or any other 4 or 5, 6 digits that you want to make it. Most people use either the EMR program number, coming from Practice Director or Office Mate, Exam Writer, NextGen, CompuLink. So you can put that number in. So that's how you're going to identify that patient. So we have a Bob Smith in here, and we know that his ID number is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's say you had 30 images here, and you want to find Bob Smith. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go down here to the search icon, which is the little magnifying glass here. The 4th one from the left, down at the bottom of the taskbar. You're going to click that left, you're going to click that, and you see it says search, and you're searching the Lombard file, because that's what you clicked on originally when you came in, and we're going to search 2, 3, whoops, the iPad does this, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can click search. Search this folder. Now you're going to see that Bob Smith is there. You can click cancel up here if you want. Well, no, I'm sorry, you can't do that. That was wrong. Try that again. Search 2, 3, 4, 5. Search. Now, search this folder. Now, there's the 2 for Bob Smith with the ID number of 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if we just click one, there'll be the first one, and there's the second one. First one, and the second one. So you've searched. When you're done, click Done. And you're still in the search mode. So when you want to get out of the search mode, if you click Cancel now, you'll go back. Oh, I went too fast. I'll do it again. Let's search again. Let's search for one person this time. Let's search for Denise Miller. She's 0123 is her ID number. So we go to search. We go to 0, 1, 2, 3. Search. This folder, it's already brought it up. And we click, you can see it's brought it up. Last name is Miller, underscore, first name Denise, underscore, 0123, the ID number you gave, and then the date and time we took the photo and what eye it is, the right eye. So now we click on it, there's our image right there. And then we can zoom in on that image. Now when you're done with this, click Done in the upper left-hand corner. And you'll go back to the search screen. And then if you click Cancel twice, you'll get the main screen back. So let's do another search. Let's search for a different Bob Smith. We did the 2, 3, 4, 5 first. Let's search for another Bob Smith. I know his number is 9725. So we go there, we go 9, 7, 2, 5. Search. and click this folder. I can show you a way to eliminate that actually too. Click, there he is. There's Bob Smith with the ID code of 9725. There's the external shot we took with the camera with his eye. I actually took that shot. That's a pretty good shot. I'm pretty sort of proud of that shot actually. Okay, so then we're going to go over here and go done. We're going to hit cancel twice. And we're back to the main screen again. So let's find myself. Okay, so I'm 4225 ID number. So search 4225. There I am already. So you just click me right here. You don't even need to hit this folder. And there I am. There's my image. And that is me, and that's my eye. And you can zoom in further and further. I mean, if that isn't a good enough resolution for you, the iPad Retina display is very good. Got to admit, they have a very good display on their iPad. And you click done in the upper left-hand corner, and you're done. And then you'll hit cancel, cancel twice, and you're back to the main screen. So now you know how to use the search function. And you know how to do the refresh, which is hitting the circle button here, and that'll bring up new images if they were taken. All right. You want to delete an image. Now, you probably wouldn't want to delete an image because most of the deletion is done on the NW400 camera itself while it's being taken by the operator. If the patient blinks, they back out, and you get a fuzzy image. You get half. Sometimes they'll blink half, and you'll see half the retina image and half white. You delete it there before you save it into the NAS drive so it appears on the iPad. Delete it there. But in case something does come through and you want to delete, I'm not going to delete any here on this one, but I'm going to show you. Let's say we click Bob Smith here. Okay, there's his image. Okay, we can go up here and go back to done. I'm sorry. Over here, you see Bob Smith. Click right here, select. Now, all these three lines on the right side, these three blue lines, will become a circle. This will allow you to choose the one that you want to do something with. Mainly, if we want to delete it. So we'll click Bob Smith and we highlight it. Now you notice it puts a green check mark, makes the circle green and puts a white check mark in there. Now you notice in the lower left-hand corner, delete one is there. Okay? So if you want to delete it, you're going to hit delete. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to delete? And you're going to hit delete again, and it's going to delete it from the NAS drive. It will no longer be available anywhere, any way, any shape or form. It'll be gone. Then we hit cancel because I don't want to delete it, and we're going to cancel this because I don't want to delete it. Now you notice we're back to the lines again. So that's how you delete an image. Okay? And again, if you touch this by accident down here, this lower right-hand corner with the arrows going catty-corner to each other, you touch that, you can see that'll take you back to the main screen where you can go to other areas on the file browser and screen. But you want to stay at the Topcon retinal camera, connected, user Lombard. That's where you always want to be. And if you click out of here, and then we go back to an application, let's say go back over here. Let's just go into the settings menu again to review. We always have to be connected to Lombard DVS. If it's not connected there and it's connected to a D-Link or a guest account or a Cisco router, you're never going to see the images. It's got to be connected to Lombard DVS. Now let's go back to the browser, file browser icon, and you're going to find that it stayed in that full screen mode down here in the lower right hand corner. So if you stay in the full screen mode, you won't click anything over here in the photo library or iTunes and get yourself messed up. But if you do click into iTunes, or you click into My Files, if you click back to Topcon Retinal Camera, it'll always go back there and click the full screen, and you'll never be able to get anywhere else. Unless you tap here where it says Topcon Retinal Camera, that'll take you back over to the two files that are before that. So just click Lombard and you'll be right back to it. Okay, so now we'll do a quick review. Okay, so we want to search. Let's search for the Bob Smith with 2345. 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are. You can just hit the picture right there, coming right up. There he is there. And there he is there, the right eye. You can zoom in, zoom back out, hit done when you're done. And then hit cancel, cancel, and it'll take you right out of your search mode. Again, in case you goof up or touch the way they're sorted, you click the sort button. You always want to be on list, sort by date ascending, list, sort by date ascending. And again, if you're in this mode and you see all the files on the left side, your local files and your remote files on the left side, in the lower right hand corner icon with the arrows going caddy corner, click that and you'll be back to normal again. And you know about refresh, that's the arrow. As the images are being taken, you'll hit refresh and the new images will come in automatically. Other than that, I think that's all you really need to know. Again, you want to delete, just go up and hit select and highlight. If you wanted to delete 2 items, you could just highlight, just touch those 2. Now you'll see down here where it says delete, it'll say 2 in parentheses. If I do it again, it'll say 3. If you hit delete there, it's going to ask you, sure you want to delete all 3 selected files. We're going to cancel that because I don't want to delete any. And if you want to, and you cancel this, just hit cancel up there and you'll go back to your lines again. So that's basically all there is. There is one other thing that we might want to look at. Let me just see if it's worth looking at. No, because you won't be able to do it. So that's all there is. If you were connected to the internet on this, you could email this as an attachment and email it out right from your from whatever email your iPad is assigned to. So, well, I'm not going to go over that because most people won't be doing that anyway. Okay, so basically, that is all there is. I think I've covered everything. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative, and I hope that you like your new Topcon NW400 camera, completely computerless. You don't need a computer, all Wi-Fi connected. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the patients like it, and I hope you take a lot of pictures with it. So again, thanks for watching, and I'm going to just exit back out of here and go back over here, and thank you very much.